Do you want a hot girl summer like Carisha and them? I ain't placing blame, I'm here to change the game. Cause it's a different world, and you my Lane of James.
This shit is crazy, you got me thinking about you on a daily. Soon as you quit running the streets, we gon' have babies. I've been thinking about you all day. Cause you can run the streets with your thugs, and I'll be waiting for you. Cause your love is true, that's why I'll be waiting.
Alright, solutions over excuses. And my main man, Grip. You introduce yourself, bro.
I'm Shamari, man. I go Fulton County, welder, things of that nature.
Who is you, though? Yeah, who is you, though? It's like what you represent.
This is my son, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What you represent? That's what I say. What you represent? You know what I'm saying?
That's my
What
man,
you?
I'm his son.
Okay. I'm gonna kick this off, man. This for you, Grip. What did you need from people around you in order to feel safe mentally, spiritually, and emotionally?
Well, I'm gonna say I was already like straight with that, but I'm gonna say like I needed like my wife. You feel me? Like me and her might have been like the best thing that happened to me. Cause it's like I already had like what you saying, like as far as like I was like the dudes I was with hung around, like, you know, I don't know if you really met my brother, but I know you know who he is.
Yeah.
But you know, me and him been like that since Head Start. So
Okay.
you know, like I come from a little small area. I'm from Clinton, you know what I'm saying? Clinton, Kentucky. It's small. I'm originally from Columbus. I moved to Clinton when I was like 12. So, you know, but like I said, I went to school in Hickman County. It's all the same school. So, you know, it's always all tight. But like our little area, everybody tight knit. So as far as that, and then me, I always stood on my own anyway. I had, you know, I got my dudes, but I was always just stood on my own. So I've been good, you know what I'm saying, around all these little areas. So I already was straight like with you feel me, as far as just you know, being with myself and stuff. I feel like spiritually, I always knew who God was and stuff. Like I ain't gonna lie, my faith been kind of up and down through the years when it comes to religion, not God.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So spiritually, I always knew, you know what I'm saying, I believe in God, I know who he is, I know he's real. You know what I'm saying? I just question religion. You know, they say you ain't supposed to, but
You always entitled to your own opinion. So, you know, mom and pops was in the crib, or just mom?
I'm gonna get to that. Hold on, but mentally, like I was saying, when I met my wife, you know what I'm saying. Boom, that's when everything changed for me mentally. I stopped thinking on some street shit, and focusing on my kids and all that. But boom, okay, growing up now, my mom and pops wasn't together. You know, I ain't trying to put my pops down, but my mom had me at a young age, man. My mom was like 14.
Oh, so y'all grew up together.
Yeah, so you know, my dad was young too. So he, you know, like I used to hold it against him. We good now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter what happened through the years, but like I had to think about it like 16, having a kid, you know, he don't really know how to be no father. My pop's parents got money, so he ain't really had to be no father. You feel me? Because my granddaddy go pick up the slack. You feel me? So, you know, he the youngest out their kids. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He gonna be baby.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna because, you know, I know people looking at this, but, you know, I will say this. My pops ain't never been in the streets. My pops done worked a real job his whole life. He owned a tree service business right now that my granddaddy started. Like my son, no, he right here. Like my pop's well off. You know what I'm saying? With no street shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where like some of the hustle you see with me, like that's where it come from. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy was a hustler. My dad is too. You know what I'm saying? My dad worked at Goodyear for like over 30 years. Retired. And he was doing the tree shit the whole time. So imagine this. Listen to what I'm finna say. So imagine working at Goodyear 7 at night to 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then going to cut trees at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he's a superhero.
Then going, and we didn't have the best relationship, you know what I'm saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying, I feel like that's kind of how I got in the streets like I did.
Yeah.
So now my pops went in the crib, my mom was young, so think about it. When I got in the streets, I'm probably like really in the streets, like 13. So my mom, at that time, she like 27.
Yeah. Huh? That's why I say, like, when you said 14, right?
Yeah.
It's like y'all grew up together.
Nah,
it was more
literally.
like shit. You was like her little brother than like son.
I wouldn't say that though.
No, I'm saying like,
yeah, like
when you
if you look at
it like
yeah.
that, it's like, of course you know.
Those
she wasn't playing.
Nah.
That's just so.
Nah, like, you know, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm older now, so I can look back. Like, I ain't had no business.
Yeah.
Being in those streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to.
Yeah.
I'm saying, telling you, like, my dad went in my life like that when I was young. My granddaddy was. My grandmama was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It be like that, though.
My granddaddy tried everything to keep me, you know what I'm saying, out there. Let me mow yards, but he paid me good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He used to always tell me, like, you ain't gonna make what you make out there. You know what I'm saying? You know how this is just faster. And then this is what my environment on. So it's like I kind of was like a product of my environment, and I ain't have to be though. I'm sorry telling you I ain't have to be. But
so you basically like, how can I put this? So it's like you chose to dictate that pace instead of just taking the guidance. You know what?
My people try everything and they will
Yeah.
to stop me, especially my mama. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think about it. My mom was married to my mom was with my little brother. I got a little brother by my mom. My mom was with his dad like the majority of my life.
Well, okay.
That's who she had married. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. My mom had me at a young age, but I ain't never seen nothing but 2 men come through my house.
Yeah.
Ever in my life. And I left when I was 17. I left when I was 17. I ain't saying what she ain't did. What I'm telling you is
what you saw.
I ain't never seen nothing but 2 men in my mama's house my whole life when she was married to one of them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, growing up with somebody that ain't your dad, and your dad lived across the street basically, and he ain't really, your relationship with him ain't good. You really seeing, you know, you don't like what you seen.
So dude like, did he step in and like play the father role?
Yeah. I ain't like, now that I'm older, I ain't gonna just say my little brother dad was like terrible. He just did a couple of things I ain't like when I was young.
Yeah. So y'all bump heads a little bit.
Yeah. And then I was just hard headed. So you know my dad ain't in my life. So
yeah, it's like, well, you ain't my dad.
Who is you? We good now because I'm grown and like I understand. Like I'm sitting here telling you like a majority of it was me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just I ain't listening to you. You ain't my daddy. You feel me? And I got step kids now, so
my brother was the same way.
You know, I'm married and I got step kids now, so I gotta like think about that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? My stepdaughter, she love me to death, but I know sometimes she probably feel like, you know, you ain't my dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So like, it's crazy you say that. So being like a step pops, do you feel like it's a difference for you, or like versus how your step pop was and you and how you is with your step?
Yeah, I gotta look at it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because me, my kids be like, you hard sometimes. Because I ain't gonna lie, be hard on
you. Be telling me the same shit.
You real. I am. My son right here, he'll tell you, like, you know, I'm gonna let him talk. I ain't trying to take up the whole interview, but like, my son will tell you I'm hard on him. You know what I'm saying? But he also tell you, like, I let him know I love him. You know what I'm saying? I pull him to the side. I let him know, like, this why I do this. This why I'm on you like this. Like, this what you finna get ready to face. You know, he a senior. He got 1 more year.
Oh, yeah.
He finna be grown. And, you know, he keep hollering, I can't wait to get up there. I can't wait to graduate. All right.
It's gonna be real. Right. It's gonna be real. I'm telling you, it's gonna be real, bro.
Me and my wife might make this look easy, and especially her.
It just looks like that
she
because
the glue to the family.
The grind. You know, once you get in the grind, it's like a schedule. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna look like it's easy. My sister will tell me all the time, like, I be like, man, y'all gotta keep going. Y'all gotta just keep up the pace. Like, it's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? It's all a process. You know what I'm saying? It's trial and error. They're like, well, you make it look easy. I make it look easy because you don't see me crying. You don't see me, you know, my head down or none of that. But shit, hey, sometimes life be ill in the craziest way. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. But just sticking on that topic, just far as you like, you know, you and your pops, like, what you feel like, is it something that you be thinking all the time, like, that you can ask from your pops that's gonna help you just blossom into like what you want to be as a man? Like if it was something, what would you ask him? Like, as far as this game, like him giving you the right game.
You know, I just, you know, he tell me a lot of stuff. You know, I hear a lot of stuff. He might think I don't be listening, but you know, I hear a lot of things that he tells me. But if I had to ask him one thing about being a man, I don't know. For real, I would just ask him like, do it ever get easier? You know, or is it really as hard as it seems?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Especially being a black man.
Yeah.
Because we face with so much different stuff. The police gonna treat you different. You gonna get looked differently. Some places, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta go a little extra harder when you black. And you gotta be smart when you're a black man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Look at it on YouTube and stuff. We seeing people get pulled over and killed just because the color of their skin. And I ain't trying to turn this into no racist thing. I'm just being real with you. So these are things.
Can't run from
like I try to teach my kids and like let everybody know real quick, you know, this my son. He ain't lived with me my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I just got custody of my son like 2 years ago. We ain't got to get into the situation because I ain't gonna never disrespect his mom in front of or ever to like the public, even though they might have been seeing the stuff we went through on social media. I ain't gonna lie, I was childish a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I was in my feelings when we was going through all this. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting painted out to be something that I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. You know personally, like that's kind of how like we gravitated towards each other, just rotating and you know what I mean, just you giving me game and you know you might call and say, you know, ask me something how I feel about something, or you know, and then like that right there, that's just a sensitive conversation, period. You know what I'm saying? Because you be having to tell me sometimes like, shit, bro, how you do it? You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I ain't got nothing against my BM. It's just, you know I'm a great father because most niggas ain't fathers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And most niggas not taking the fatherhood serious like we should.
And I'm
as a whole.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I see why most of them ain't.
Yeah, me too.
Cause it ain't easy. Ain't nothing about this easy. Like women make this shit.
How many times I've been wanting to give up?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Cause you know I'm gonna show love. I ain't never no hater or nothing like that. Like women make this shit look easy, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Because
they do.
You talking about somebody that was like knee deep in the streets 5-6 years ago. Yeah. To changing my life 5-6 years ago. Now I got custody of all my kids. You know, I got 4 kids, 1 by my wife, and then I got 2 step kids, 6 total. Yeah. 6 total kids. You know.
But you know, it's really the pride, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, nothing against, you know, your baby mamas or my baby mama, nothing bad against them. It's really the pride, because I'm sure you can attest to this, because I done did it. Like, instead of just being like, hey, I'm trying to do X, Y, Z with son, I just be like, hey, you know, you got to tell your mom, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my mom. But now, you know what I'm saying, as I grow, you know, wiser, like, I be like, damn, I got to stop doing that. I got to just tell her, even if it turned into an argument, I got to basically be like, look, you know, I don't want no smoke, because it's a pride thing. Like, with them, you gotta think when they got the kids, they taking on all these battles and all these obstacles that we can't see. Hey, you feel me? So it's like, hey, I salute them. You know what I mean? But let's just find a neutral ground.
Yeah, for the kids.
You know what I'm saying? For the kids, because it ain't about us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cause that shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit ain't good for nobody. Like the shit I had to go through with 2 of my kids getting custody of, well, really 3. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With all 3 of my kids getting custody of, man, the last one was the easiest one. But you know, it wasn't easy with my daughter. I got my daughter killed at first. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then my son, I got him a couple years ago. He'll tell you that shit was nasty, bro. Yeah. Like he had to witness that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit he ain't never gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it was nasty from both sides. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't doing no shady shit. You know what I'm saying? I was really just trying to look out for him. Yeah. And you know, like, it was hard, bro, because it's like you getting pulled. Yeah. It's like you getting pulled. by your parents type shit. Even though that ain't what it is on my end, but that's what it looked like though. You know what I'm saying? And then he lived with his mom his whole life. So, at first I didn't look at it like that, but I had to look at it like, man, this man lived with his mom his whole life. It don't matter what she do. Like, this still his mom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he'll tell you, like, what you
what would you say, like, was the biggest challenge as far as in, like, like the back and forth? Like, because, I mean, shit, it's I know personally that, it brings stress, but what you feel like was the biggest challenge? Like, you feel like you had to choose moms or pops, or, like, was you in between?
Yeah, I just feel like the biggest challenge was talking to both of them.
Yeah.
Like, being able to talk to both parents during that time. I ain't gonna lie, it was hard.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably one of the hardest things I've been through in my life, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So just, communicating with both of them at the same time, that was probably my biggest challenge. Because, like I said, it wasn't a battle, but that's what it felt like. It was a, battle. Like, I had a decision to make.
Yeah, I agree. So, what's the love of your life outside of your moms and your pops? Like, what you just love and you just damn near can't go without it.
Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying, like, which one you love best out of all of the sports?
Football.
Football.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your position?
I'm a wide receiver. Slot.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't forget that phone in that game.
Yeah. You gotta leave that out. You gotta leave that out. I get it though.
I definitely can't live without my phone, for sure. That's but outside, technology and stuff like that, I would say sports is where my heart is. Me turning my ACL on meniscus that was heartbreaking when I got that news in there, man.
I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, imagine your son coming home from a football game. You sleep because you gotta work. You feel me? I went and got him though. It was like 1 in the morning. I was pissed because they didn't went somewhere they really ain't got no business. Listen to what I'm telling you. They get home at like 1 in the morning.
I'm gonna say, for real, I'm gonna say it was a little later. Now it was probably around 2.
Yeah.
Probably about 1:32 because we went to Caverna, which is a 4-hour drive. We on a bus.
Yeah.
So I got hurt, and then I had to ride back on the bus 4 hours back. Cause
So I pick him up.
Did you know?
Listen, I'm picking him up. He limping. So I'm like, damn, you straight? He's like, I don't know, Pops. I think I'm hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you probably, you know what I'm saying? Cause, and this ain't I told him this was no shade to him. I'm like, you played for Danville, but they so good and so big. Yeah. You really wasn't just playing like that, like you was down here. Yeah. So I'm like, you might have just done got hit.
Yeah.
And ain't been hit like that, and it might just sprung something or just inflation or something. I'm like, so just see how you feel tomorrow. Well, no lie, I went up to this morning. My wife like, hey, I think you need to take him somewhere.
Yeah.
So we get him a doctor's appointment. It took us a month to get in there. We get in there. He get the X-ray, bro. Then we get to see the doctor. The dude, like, why did it take y'all so long to see me? Like, y'all supposed to been see me. We tell him, like, this your people's. Yeah. Saying us. We get in here, bro. He asking all these questions, like, you been hooping? My son, like, yeah. He's like, you been going full speed on it? He's like, yeah. He asking all these different questions. I'm like, man, I'm talking about question after question after question.
I'm thinking he just
he asking so many questions. I'm like, man, is something wrong? Yeah. He's like, yeah. We're like, huh? They're like, yeah, he got a meniscus tear and an ACL tear.
Damn, and you ain't even know. You just knew you was hurt.
Yeah, I didn't want to think of it as an ACL tear, but now that I'm really I knew that I was hurt. Yeah. I just came back so fast, because I was hurt. I couldn't walk for 2-3 days. Yeah. It was hard even getting around the house. Yeah. But after 2 weeks, I was I was back running full speed. I was good. So I'm thinking maybe I did just get hit too hard. And then we got in there. He was asking me questions. I'm thinking I'm good. And without that, it was just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah. I know when you got the results, I know you was like, man, it's over.
Yeah. Because what's coming with the ACL is automatic surgery, basically. Yeah. ACL don't really heal on its own. The meniscus can, but for the ACL, you really got to have surgery for that. So I knew once I had that surgery, I'm going to be out for it.
Yeah, Sean Livingston, from my hometown, Peoria, I want to say I think he tore his ACL too, and they said he was gonna be out. I think he said maybe a year or two or something. But he wound up coming back maybe like year, 18 months or something like that. And shit, he said they basically told him it was pretty much over. And he like, nah.
Well, look, they got bread.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference.
And
That's the difference.
He get to play for as long as he wants to. He already made it to the, it's my senior year, so me missing these sports, this is, this over with after this.
Yeah. Hey, that's I know that's a hard pill. Man.
And I hate it for him because I told him don't play football. And I want to tell him, but you gotta let your kids do what they love.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. But I told him don't play football because I'm not trying to diss, the team or nothing. But I understand like when your team ain't that good and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you gonna take more hits.
Yeah,
you gonna take more hits. Cause you ain't got no blockers.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no protection in. Man, hey.
We had a similar incident like with my stepson. He broke his leg.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
But shit, he back hooping though, ain't he?
Yeah, but he ain't never stepped on a football field ever again.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he back hooping, but I keep it real. He told us sometimes he be scared to go hard, like he know he can.
Yeah.
Because he worried about fucking his leg up.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing too. You never, once you have an injury like this, you never feel the same. You always try to, you don't go as hard because it's that going through that again. That's once you tear it and you gotta feel the feeling that you gotta go through that again is terrible. So like I said, even when I hoop now, I don't really try for real. Like I never run full speed hooping or playing.
Yeah, because it's in the back of your mind. You thinking like, damn, if I make the wrong move, it's over for life.
Even if I'm running as hard as I can, that's not my 100% because I know, it's
you thinking about it like
you always thinking about it. Even when you playing, you always thinking about it. What step you should take or how you always focus on trying not to do it. So like it's always gonna slow you down.
Yeah. Damn. I know that's sickening, boy. For real.
You feel bad for him sometimes. Cause like I said, I called home the other day. He be mad at me because I be telling him, when you go somewhere, you need to text me. Just let me know. It be too much happening in the world. It ain't like, I understand you older. You probably don't feel like, you're just saying you should have to do it, but you don't know what's gonna happen. And I want to be the type of parent if something happened with my kid or something, I want to know where they were. At least I know where the hell he was at. So I figure out what's going on then. But I don't want to never be like, hey, something happened to Shamari and this happened to me,
Yeah.
And I'll be like, well, I didn't even know you there or where he at. And I'll be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, you always gotta do that, bro. Like you always gotta make sure you let your pops know.
He be on it now for sure.
Because like shit, I'm 37 and shit, a couple of my brothers younger than me, a couple of them older than me. And we always like shit, where you at? I'm like, hey, I'm about to go over here. Or I'm about to shoot out of town, you know what I mean? This is just a safety net. That way, worst case scenario, you might need aid and assistance immediately. You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily probably nothing like bad or nothing like that. It's just you probably need help. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to call and they'll be able to get to you as fast as they can. For real. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't ever feel like, don't never get too big or, too grown where, you feel like you can't check in. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. So for you, bro, if you could change anything in life outside kids and your wife, what would it be and why?
I'm gonna say if I could change anything, I'm gonna say I want to go back. Go back to when I was young. I can keep the kids.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like you can't, like you. The question is, you can't change nothing, like far as your kids and your wife. So you still got that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could just go back. Like I ain't finished school. That's why I'm big on my son and them in school.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. Not trying to jump off subject, but this for the younger people that might watch this if they is. Or, might be for adults too.
Yeah.
But I ain't know my son about college like that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. I ain't really like school. I can tell my son really don't. care for school. That's okay. Some people might be like, oh, no, it ain't. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Because if y'all ain't hearing, you know, he like welding.
Yeah.
So now this our focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel
And
me?
that's a trade you can take, like, so you really can take that, like,
Anywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
You can go anytime, like at your age right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a great trade. And yeah, everybody ain't meant to be an entrepreneur, but you can work that. And you know, that be your passion because you love it. And now it's like, it ain't a job now. You know what I mean? Because you're doing it because you love it and you getting paid. And then in the midst of doing that, you know, a light bulb might come on and you might want to do something else. You know what I mean? Now you got the bread to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you having the bread to do it with a pops like yours. Like, hey, pops, I'm trying to do this. I got this much money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to cost this. I'm sure they're going to be like, we're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, hey, just don't give up on it. You know, you can't hoop. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't play football. So it's just like, you know, welding, execute on that. So you might be the best welder in Western Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Locking in on it.
Yeah, for sure. And then I just look at things realistically, not trying to take nothing away from none of the talent here. This ain't no diss to no schools or nothing. But man, it's only been a few that went to the pros around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in an area where they just ain't looking at you like that. It ain't that the talent ain't here.
Yeah.
The talent here.
Like NBA wise, it ain't. Like it's NBA wise, it's like slim to damn near none.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, your pops be telling me, like, you know, go easy on, you know what I'm saying, my son. And it's like, I done slowed up a little bit here lately because I get it. It's like, he feel like it's pressure, but also I feel like with him, because he really got the potential to be great. But I tell him, like, if you gonna focus on something, focus on football. Because if you want to focus on basketball, you got to do basketball every day.
Every day.
I'm talking about winter, summer, spring, fall, all that. You got to do that every day because it's a kid out there right now and then how that's heat. Getting it in, putting 500-600 jumpers up to 1,000.
Wow, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, football is way easier to get to the NFL and, you know, to get to college. And now they paying y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they paying y'all, you know, as a youth. Like, when we was in school, if we would have had that, niggas would have been locked in. Like, this when I'm locked in. No, hey, I ain't got time for nothing else. I'm locking in.
I would have went and got a trade because I ain't like school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would have went and got a trade, but that's why I'm big on him with the trade.
What your trade would have been? You know, they ain't even got, like, I think they didn't cut out, like, Job Corps.
Yeah,
In different little places.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't even tell you what it would be because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a few things.
Now, how you think now?
I would like. All right, I might have would have went for. Like try to go to school like for photography, videography, or something.
Yeah.
So if you can even do something like that, I don't know. But just something like that,
It's crazy you say that because like that's another thing I be thinking about just as far as in like now and like the times now. Everybody want to be a superstar of some sort, you know, like the youth, and they want it like instant, you know. And it's like it don't happen like that, bro. Like really, Instagram, I look at that. That's like instant gratification. That's what y'all really should have named it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because people see that, and they think, you know what I'm saying? It's microwave.
Some stuff do work like that though, because I ain't gonna lie, my partner.
If you got the niche, you gotta have that niche.
Yeah, my partner, the one that turned me on to the 360. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna take some time. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't take no time. It was like that from the jump. Yeah. But I was the only one around here with
I love you just the way you are. I ain't trying to correct you. Or do you want a hot girl summer like Carisha and them? I ain't placing blame. I'm here to change the game. Cause it's a different world. And you my lane of
This
James.
shit is crazy. You got me thinking about you on a daily. Soon as you quit running the streets, we gon' have babies.